The credits roll, the lights come up, and while your friends are casually checking their phones, you are frantically wiping your face, hoping nobody sees your red eyes. You feel embarrassed. You feel too sensitive. A fictional character just made you cry, and you can't explain why. While everyone else is passively watching a story unfold on screen, your mirror neurons are firing like you are living it. Your brain doesn't distinguish between watching emotion and feeling it. The grief, the joy, the tension. Your nervous system is simulating all of it in real time. That isn't a glitch. That isn't you being too much. It's a sign of deep, structural empathy. The people who cry at movies? Psychology suggests they don't just feel more, they process more. The simulation engine. To understand why this happens, we have to go under the hood. Psychology has a term for what you're experiencing: emotional contagion. And it starts with how your brain is built differently. Most people watch a movie like they're looking through a window. They see the characters, they follow the plot, but they stay safely on their side of the glass. For you, the glass doesn't exist. Your brain has hyperactive mirror neurons. These are the same neurons that fire when you watch someone yawn, and suddenly you need to yawn too. But in your case, it goes way deeper than that. It's not just physical, it's emotional. When the protagonist's voice cracks, your throat tightens. When they lose someone, your brain releases the exact same stress chemicals as if you lost someone. You aren't just an observer, you are a participant. Your brain is running a high-resolution simulation of the entire human experience. While your friends are watching a 2D image on a screen, you are living in 4D emotional reality. But here's where science gets even more interesting, because it's not just about neurons. There is a specific molecule, one single molecule, that separates the criers from the stoics: oxytocin, the moral molecule. But here's what most people don't know. Oxytocin isn't just about love. It's the primary driver of empathy. And research shows that people who cry during films experience a massive spike in oxytocin levels. This matters because oxytocin is what scientists call the social glue of the human species. People with high baseline oxytocin tend to be more generous, more trustworthy, and significantly better at reading social cues in real life. So when you're crying in that dark theater, your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's doing something ancient. It's trying to bond with the tribe. Even though the tribe is just light projected on a screen, your brain doesn't care. It sees human vulnerability, and it activates its caretaking system. You aren't being irrational. You are being human. But here's a misconception we need to destroy, because most people genuinely believe that crying easily means you are fragile, that you can't handle reality. The data says the exact opposite. The resilience paradox. Psychology calls this the resilience paradox. We are conditioned to see the person who doesn't cry, the stone face, as the strong one, the one who has it together. But suppressing emotion is biologically expensive. Holding back tears requires massive cognitive effort. It raises your blood pressure. It spikes your cortisol. It quietly taxes your nervous system every single time. Think of it like a pressure cooker. The stone face is someone who keeps the lid sealed. The pressure builds and builds and builds until one day the lid blows off, usually in the form of burnout, anger, numbness. The person who cries? They're not weak. They're using the safety valve. Psychology calls this allostatic regulation. By letting the tears fall, your body releases endorphins. It flushes out stress hormones. It resets your system. This is why, after a good cry, you feel that strange sense of calm, that clarity you can't quite explain. You aren't crying because you're breaking down. You're crying so you don't have to break down later. It's not emotion out of control. It's an efficiency mechanism. So if you've ever apologized for crying in public or hidden your face when the theater lights came on. Stop and understand this. The alternative, the thing that happens when you don't let yourself feel, is much worse. The cost of numbness. The opposite of crying isn't strength. It's a psychological state where people literally cannot identify or describe their own emotions. The stoic people tend to struggle to connect with their partners, to understand their own children. They move through life in grayscale, muted, flat, disconnected. You live in technicolor. Yes, the highs are higher, but the lows are lower too. The fact that a movie, a story, can move you to tears means your emotional system is fully functional. You have what psychology calls high emotional permeability. You let the world in. And yes, that can be painful sometimes. But it is also the direct source of deep creativity, profound connection, and genuine, childlike joy. The conclusion. So the next time you find yourself tearing up in that theater, don't wipe your eyes in shame. Don't glance at your friends and quietly wonder why they seem stronger than you. They are watching a story. You are feeling it. You are exercising the exact muscle that makes human beings capable of love, of sacrifice, of real connection. Your tears aren't a sign that you're losing control. They are proof, literal, biological proof, that your heart is still working exactly the way it was designed to. So let the credits roll. Let the tears fall. Because feeling things deeply isn't a weakness. It never was.